Hello, guys. I just came home from the theater and wanted to share my thoughts on the new Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 movie from Marvel Studios. And I think you should go and watch the movie because it's a good movie, finally, from Marvel Studios. And if you're just like me, was disappointed with the recent Marvel movies, you should go and watch the movie. And even if you're not the fan, you should go and watch the movie. And you can ask me, how is it different from recent Marvel movies like Black Panther or Ant-Man 3, the most recent Marvel movie? And I'm gonna tell you, in the Ant-Man 3 or Black Panther, they were hyping up these villains so much. They just made the story dependent on how good the villain was. And they took the good villains, the good characters with a rich lore backstory, and they took very good actors, very charismatic actors, and they presented them in the first as this serious threat, and in the end, they just made jokes out of them. And that's why I think these movies sucked. But in this movie, they don't have problems with that. It's not like the villain is better than in this movies. The villain can be stupid and stereotypical, but he just feels organic, and he doesn't take all the focus on himself. He's not presented as this, sole threat on everything. Um, they more focus on the character growth of our characters, the Guardians of the Galaxy, and their growth as a team. I think that's why Guardians of the Galaxy are better. Guardians of the Galaxy is better than all these other movies. And the second thing I want to tell about is that they don't force anything upon you. They don't force some idea or feeling upon you. They just don't want to make you feel guilty about anything. They just tell you the story. In the Ant-Man 3 or Black Panther, I don't know, any other MCU movie or any other movie in general, recently they talk about some problem like racism, colonialism, or anything. And they just want to make you feel bad about it. They just want to make you feel guilty for the things you haven't done. Like, or if you are doing nothing, you're participating in all that stuff, and it's not good, man. It's not good, because me personally, I don't go to movies to feel guilty. I don't go to movies to feel bad for something. I go to movies to relax and feel feel bad, maybe feel bad for the guys, but not feel bad myself. Maybe laugh a couple times, but I don't go to movies. I go to movies to feel something. I go to movies to know something, but I don't go to movies to feel guilty of anything. And for example, they have these annoying characters. They always have to add these annoying little minor characters like Cassie. I don't know if she's a minor or not in the movie, but she's a child, right? They always have to add this annoying child or any other character, like a side character, that will walk and annoy you the whole movie. I mean, Cassie was annoyed from the get go. She's like a stereotypical image of this white SJW woman who's like goes around saying, "Oh, we gotta help these dudes, man. If you're watching it, you're participating in it. I mean, it's just stupid, man." But in this movie, they in the Guardians of the Galaxy, they're also talking about some serious topic that is actual, a topic that is filled with cruelty. There's some serious topic, real topic, but they're not forcing anything upon you. They're just showing their story and lets you decide. And it's great, man. The characters are understandable, likable. Uh, Everyone is relatable, and they can be goofy from time to time, silly, act silly, but it's like in the range of okay. It doesn't cross the line where it gets cringy or annoying. Mm, there's they bring empathy, the characters. The story is good. The story is well written. It's simple. It's decent. It can be understood by everyone, but at the same time, it has its own depth to it. The next thing I want to talk about is comedy and drama. The comedy was always good in Guardians of the Galaxy movies, and I don't know your taste in comedy, but it was just decent. These movies, comedy is still on point in the third movie, but what I want to talk about is the effect of drama. Emotional things in the movies. I know that first movie had its emotional scenes, second movie had its emotional moments, but this movie, the third movie, brings it to another level. It's just, I don't know, there were not even one, but several scenes that nearly made me cry. It's that good. The last time I nearly cried, almost cried, or you can count it as cried, is when I was playing Red Dead Redemption 2. Yeah, I mean it's that good. The there's one. I'm not gonna spoil you anything, but there's one team member that gets gravely injured, and I genuinely believe that they could die any moment because of how the scenes were made and of the music. And the next thing I want to talk about is the music. The music choice is on point as always, but what I want to talk about is original scores, the soundtrack made by I think John Murphy, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, the soundtrack just complements the whole movie and emotional scenes especially, and it's just good, man. It's magnificent. You have to listen to it. You have to go to the cinema and watch it and listen it and maybe cry. Yeah, the music is great. Visuals, visuals are stunning as always. It's MCU, but it's kind of different from other MCU movies because there's nothing excessive, but it's not lacking at the same time. It's just where it's supposed to be, uh, visual wise. The costume design is not excessive, it's just great. The character design is good. The location design is good. It's not like in the Ant-Man 3 where they go to this small dimension and it is detailed, of course. It does look good, just but at the same time, it just feels like some generic area from the some video game, some old video game like Nether from the Minecraft. It just feels copy pasted, but yeah, don't get me wrong. It is detailed, but it just at the same time it just feels generic, like some generic area. And overall, it's just a good movie. It will make me sad if this movie will fail in box office because at last it's a good movie with decent characters that are understandable, that are relatable, with a simple but good story, with with a story that doesn't force anything upon you, doesn't make you feel guilty about anything. It's just a good story, man, and I promise you will not be disappointed. That's it, guys. If you have any opinions about the movie, whether you disagree or agree with me, please, let me know in the comments. And that's it. Go to the movie, watch Guardians of the Galaxy. Goodbye.